Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is August 31st. It's Thursday. We have a new over-the-air patch for Marvel Snap. I figured we'd just take a real quick look, go right through it, see if we like the changes, or if we, you know, aren't sure what they're thinking. Let's just go in. First up, we have Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom got nerfed maybe a month ago, maybe something like that. He made it so that the Doom bots were only 4 power. They're back to 5 power. I think this is terrific. I don't know anybody who wanted Doctor Doom to be nerfed. I don't think anyone thought it was overpowered. It seemed like it was the perfectly balanced card. It was just good. It was powerful. I think a lot of new things have really raised the power level, especially this month in Marvel Snap. So I don't think going back to a 6/5 is bad at all. Personally, I love playing Cerebro 5, and Doctor Doom was such a valuable finishing piece in Cerebro 5, and I'm really happy to have that one back. I've been running Doctor Doom in a Silver Samurai deck where you just try to play Wong, Samurai, Black Bolt, discard most of their hand or their whole hand, then fill the board with Doom bots. So I'm stoked to see this change reverted. I think it's, we had not seen Doom since the nerf, really. He became it's not enough, so I'm glad it's back. Next up, we have Captain Marvel. She has gone through another change. She used to be a 5/6. They moved her to a 4/5. Now she's a 4/4. She was seeing a lot of play. This new-ish Craven move deck really made, it changed the move archetype forever, and it's Craven is suddenly a super powered card, and Captain Marvel fit right in. She's pretty strong. I don't know if she needed to be nerfed, but she is sort of a card that's if it's strong, I had to say, it shouldn't be good, right? It's sort of a free, it plays for you kind of card. So it should always be an option, but not something that, really takes over and gets a lot of wins. So I think putting her at a 4/4 feels fine. The design of the card is a little weird always. It's like turn your brain off, let her win for you. They say at the end they might try to change her again to see if they can find an even better spot for her. So I feel like maybe they'll put her back up to 5/6 or something. Yeah, I think this type of card sort of deserves the cost 5, right? If it's potentially, it can make a game-winning decision for you. It should sort of come at a price. So personally, I think it fit better at 5. Maybe it could be 5/7. I don't know. Next up is Legion. Now, Legion, no one really had high hopes for Legion, and turned out he was one of the most impactful cards we've seen in a long time. They showed him at 5/7 when we were data mining. He came out as a 5/8. That 5/8 stat line did give him some pretty good oomph. It's just sort of a strong, 8 power is always strong. In fact, you can't change it. So 8 power is sort of like that ideal stat line. And we all way underestimated his ability to impact games by changing all of the locations. I just lost one in a proving grounds because people make you grind out proving grounds now. And the final round, there was a bar with no name, and I just didn't think of it. So of course, Legion makes you win when bar with no name is there. He's kind of irritating. He's one of those things that does so much that it's changed the game a bit. So I think he should be weaker. I don't think he should just be in every deck, and it sort of feels like he's been in every deck for a while. So I agree with the change. It doesn't really impact his effect. The power isn't exactly what you wanted from him. It was the way he changed the board. So it might be, it just takes a little 1% off his win rate or something, and I think it fits. Rock Slide. Rock Slide went from first a 4/6 to a 4/5. And now he's going to a 3/3, because we know that the problem with Rock Slide is that how do you even think this through? He was, I guess, a 3/5 if he had Zabu. Let's listen to their reasoning. We're curious to explore what the world looks like where we can reduce Darkhawk's reliance on Zabu, since it prevents both cards from appearing in a wider range of archetypes when the combination is so strong. So they want to reduce Darkhawk's reliance on Zabu by making it so you don't need Zabu to play Rock Slide. I think Darkhawk's reliance on Zabu, guys, is that he costs 4. It's not It's not Rock Slide that's broken. It was never Rock Slide. It was broken. He's irritating as heck, to be sure, but it's because he mucks up your deck and he juices up Darkhawk's power, and then that in turn juices up Mystique's power. So making him cheaper, making it so you always have the Zabu cost. Like, he used to cost 3 if you had Zabu, now he just costs 3, so you don't even need Zabu, I guess. So now you can put other cards into Zabu. Like, maybe you take the Zabu out, put Black Widow, so that deck's even more annoying. I am so sick of Darkhawk. I'm so sick of Darkhawk. It's a card that the character doesn't need to be this strong. Card gets powered up as you disrupt your opponent's deck or disrupt their draw with Black Widow. It's so annoying. I'm just so sick of it. It's been months. So they buff Rock Slide, so you can play with a more varied Darkhawk deck. And now Rock Slide fits into Silver Surfer decks, so you can just be playing against a Surfer deck, get rocks in your hand. I mean, I feel like this is a buff. They think it's a nerf, I think it's a buff. Last we have Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike goes from a 5/3 to a 4-power card. And as they say, if Lady Deathstrike is in the best deck, games might be super frustrating. So I think this is a card that's like really delicate. I think it was in a good spot at 5/3 because it was bad. It's a card, some cards you need to just be kind of bad for their effect to be allowed in the game. Like Galactus is a card that should be bad and it's not. So it's frustrating every time you lose to it. If somebody can just start doing like the Deathstrike Zabu combo and just wiping out entire boards, that's very frustrating, right? So you don't want this to be a strong card. So it kind of like, why is it even in the game? If it's effective, then it's a frustrating card. I don't know. Will putting it at 4 make it that? Could be. Shuri puts her at 8 power. That's effective, right? I don't think it's gonna take over the meta. I think it's a clunky enough card that it won't be annoying. But I guess we'll have to see. I mean, every time something gets even 1 more power, somebody figures out a way to break the game with these cards. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. That's it. That's the changes this week. Mostly I'm excited for the Doctor Doom revert. Let me know what you guys think. If you are excited to use any of these cards in a different way, maybe you think Rock Slide being in Surfer decks is cool. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know. Write in the comments below. Like, follow, subscribe. Keep snapping.